Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the Huey Junior Championships here at the Wrangler BFI Week presented by Eddie. This what's fun. Eric, you guys, Turtlebox, I'm going to call it brand new.
Okay.
Let's just call it brand
it.
new. So, been out for a few years, but in this space, you guys are relatively
We are
new.
very new in the ranch and rodeo space, yes, sir.
You guys have got a cool product. So, I think my first experience with Turtlebox was I think the high school finals, the high school national finals, and then we were just talking at Ryan Bingham's deal. You guys were set up there, and I met another part of your team there.
Yes,
and
sir.
What a cool product. Like,
Dude.
How many of those cheap little Bluetooth speakers have we all thrown away?
Too many.
A lot of, like, seriously.
Oh, yeah.
We've all bought them. We've all thrown them away.
Or ran over them with a truck.
Right.
Or dropped them in the pool.
Yeah.
Or splashed water on them
Right.
or something. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tell me about this thing.
Man, so the Turtlebox speaker, this is our OG original size. 6x9 speaker and a waterproof housing. Completely waterproof speaker. It's airtight, so it floats.
Yeah.
So if you're like me and you like to go to the rivers in Texas and float around and drink some beer, you can just strap this to your tube and drag it down the river with you.
No worries about it.
The great thing about that is it's not just waterproof, it's airtight.
Yeah.
So you can throw this in the arena here and it can get covered in dirt and dust and mud like some of the speakers in my booth are.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about it. And then if you're throwing a little backyard barbecue party and you want it to look pretty, you can just rinse it off with a hose to clean it up. And so you really don't have to worry about any environment issues, ruining the speaker, causing problems. It's got a really big battery in it, so it is kind of beefy. It's got some weight to it, but that big battery means you're going to get to listen to it all day.
Really?
So it's not like you're getting fired up in the morning, get to lunchtime, you're like, oh crap, the speaker's about to die.
Yeah.
You're going to get at least a full day's worth of playtime out of it, if not a whole weekend's worth of playtime out of it.
Really?
So, yes, sir.
And it's just Bluetooth. Like you said, man.
It is,
you
man.
Turn it on. Everybody's Bluetooth something to your phone. We all know how to do that. Super easy.
Oh, yeah.
Click on Turtlebox and rock on.
You do have an aux port and a mic port in the back here.
Oh.
So if you've got a TV, you're out at a tailgate party for football season and you want to connect it to
Or
the
we
TV
wanna,
or something,
hook
you can do
up our
that.
sports desk and have some speakers
the
out
other
here.
great part about having a mic is you can use it as a PA system,
but
you can also karaoke off of it, which gets me and my buddies into trouble because we'll be up
100%.
way too late at night once we fire up the karaoke.
That is awesome. So what is the backstory? That's one thing. Like, where did this all come from?
So we've got 4 founders.
Okay.
They all are in the Houston, Texas area. They grew up on the bayou, going out to the Texas coast, whether that be to sailboat or fish or whatever. And they just kept breaking speakers, like you and I were just talking about. Inevitably, you're going to find a way to break it.
Yeah.
Especially with the technology and stuff.
Yeah.
And so
water kills technology.
Yes,
period.
They
Like
do,
water
especially
kills
saltwater.
Yeah.
Saltwater
Yeah.
and technology do not like each other.
Yeah.
And so the guys were just like, man, this is ridiculous. We're buying speakers over and over and over again. So one of the guys, Will, he has to have music playing at all times.
That's his deal.
It cannot be quiet. And so he was like, man, I'm just going to build one. So he ordered a bunch of random speaker components off of Amazon and eBay and took a router to a cigar humidifier dry box, cut a big old hole in it, took a marine speaker for a boat, slapped it in there, flex sealed it up, put 2 motorcycle batteries in it to power it. So it weighed 25 pounds. It was not the most convenient thing to carry up and down the beach with you. But it was waterproof, it sounded really good, and it got really loud. So they just started using it on the bayou in the kayak, in the backyard at a barbecue party, or down in the Galveston beach at the sailboat or whatever. People started saying, hey, man.
Hey, where'd you get that?
Can you build us one of those?
Yeah.
Can you build us one of those? And I think they built somewhere in the ballpark of 30 to 50 of them.
Oh, they built a bunch of them.
Across a couple years out of their garage.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, we might be onto something here.
Yeah.
And so they spent a few years after that figuring out, investors and bringing on, manufacturing partners and actually designing a real consumer grade product. And lithium ion battery technology in that same kind of time period started taking leaps and bounds forward.
Gotcha.
And so they got to pull those 2 heavy motorcycle batteries out, got to replace it with some lithium ion batteries.
Yep.
So that's what gives us the same battery life, the same volume and sound quality we used to get at 10 pounds on the original size.
Wow.
So, yes,
That's
sir.
cool. So it was just a couple guys that filled a need and a want for guys out there having a good time.
Yeah, and
awesome.
now you can pair more than one of them together.
Yeah.
So you can put 2 together, get left-right stereo surround sound. You can pair more than 2 of them together in mono audio. And so you can really provide the sound and the audio for any event or anything that you've got going on, whether that be a little backyard barbecue, a big party, or golf tournament. You can plug the mic in, MC the golf tournament through it. And so it really becomes that portable outdoor audio option for any situation you've got.
I love this. I love this. All right, let's talk about features and benefits right now. Like, walk me through it.
So you've got some tie-down straps here on the side. So you can strap it down to the buggy, the boat, the trailer, whatever you got. It's completely waterproof and airtight, like we talked about a little bit ago. It's also extremely shock resistant. So I had this thing
we're gonna
fall
drop
off
it.
the top of a trailer before, go bumping down the road, and I'm like, oh crap, what was that? Turn around, go pick it up. It's got a scuff mark on it, but still works.
Still works.
Just fine. You've got a Bluetooth chip and antenna in here that is really strong. So in the field, outside, where you don't have a bunch of different Bluetooth devices and stuff to create interference around, you can get them like 50 to 100 plus feet apart without.
That's
the
a long ways for Bluetooth. That's good.
Disconnecting on them.
Awesome.
You've got big rubber feet on the bottom as well as on the back here, so you can run it face down in a boat or in the Can-Am on the floorboard or something like that to kind of give you that 360 audio experience. Because all the sound's coming out of the front right here, it is directional. So if you put it out at the field and you aim it the way you're about to walk, or at the beach down towards the water, you can go a really long ways away from the speaker and still hear it over the wind and the waves, the background kind of ambient noise. It's nice because you can also, if it gets really loud, we're talking, I can just turn it this way. And even though I didn't change the volume level, the sounds all go in that direction now, and so we're able to kind of talk. But it allows you to create that, kind of unique experience, and you can aim it, you can place it, you can put one inside, one outside, one at the back of the boat dock or whatever. And if you're inside cooking, you can hear the music. You walk on the back porch, same music still playing. You walk down the backyard to the boat dock, and the same music still playing. And so it kind of creates that surround sound everywhere you go.
That's awesome. And you guys have got a couple different models too, right?
We do. We just launched 2 new sizes this year in the last month or so. We've got a Grande, which this is a 6x9 speaker. The Grande is a 10-inch woofer, so almost double the volume output. It's got a bigger battery in it, so it's about the same battery life, but it's going to give you that same sound clarity you're used to with the OG size, with a lot more volume and a little more bass to it. The Grande's got a cool part of it where it's got a tripod stand mount built into the bottom of it. So if you're looking to throw some big events with it, you can. You can just put a speaker tripod out, put the Grande on top of it, good to go. Still has the tie-down points, and everything else is the same. The other speaker we just launched is called the Wrangler. It's a smaller speaker. It's about the same size as that Yeti cup you've got right there, but rectangular shaped. It weighs 2.5 pounds and is a really portable option. So you can clip it onto your backpack and go walking with it.
Is this the one we were looking at for the golf carts?
Yes. So it's got built-in magnets.
So
it'll magnet itself to the golf cart or to the Can-Am or to the the John Deere tractor or something like that. Those all still have the same ability to pair multiple speakers together, completely waterproof. The Grande and the OG float because they're airtight, and the air trapped inside of there makes them buoyant. The Ranger, we tried to make it as small as we could, and so we packed everything in there really, really tight.
So it's kind of like a brick.
So there's not any air left in there to make that one float. So do be careful with the Ranger. Don't chuck that one in the ocean. It will sink. You'll be diving in after that one. But the Grande and the OG, you don't have to worry about diving in or anything. If it goes off the side of the boat, just turn around and go pick it up off the top of the water.
Man, that's awesome. And you hit on it a little bit. So your battery life is going to last us all day long on this deal.
Yes, sir.
Even on the Grande. On that big,
so max volume on the OG size, you're looking at about 8 to 12 hours of playtime.
That's outstanding because that's a lot of playing.
And then you turn the volume down to half volume, which is most situations really all you need. And you're looking at about 20 to 30 hours of playtime.
Outstanding.
Now, you put 2 together, you can be at half volume and have the same sound that you would at a one speaker at max volume, right? So you can really kind of drive that battery life out a long period of time when you start pairing multiple speakers together.
Man, that's awesome.
The bass is going to be the only thing that really creates kind of that range.
Sure.
You're listening to some, some country, some rock with a little less bass in it. You're going to be on the higher end of that scale. And if you like to really crank it up and bump, then you're going to be on the lower end of that scale. So.
You said something before we jumped on camera here that was pretty cool about making memories. And what's so a buddy of mine and I talk about this on the psychology level, and it has nothing to do with speakers and sales, but about how the mind recalls things. And it's funny because we just had this conversation like a week ago, and you hit on something because we were doing this memory, not trick, but a memory recall deal, and how the mind recalls. What's
based off the senses?
Yeah, based off
sense.
If you put a sense with the memory, you'll remember it more.
Yeah.
I guess is the way to put it. Like,
for sure.
So you were talking about like elaborate on that conversation we just had.
We talk about it a lot internally, and that you can go make the greatest life memory or have a great experience, and you're going to remember it forever. And it's always going to be with you.
Yep.
But if you've got the right song or the right soundtrack playing in the background, that memory's just a tiny bit better, and it's a lot easier to recall,
access.
Because you'll be sitting there a couple weeks later, that same song comes on the radio while you're driving in the truck, and you immediately flash back to being on the beach with your buddies or being out at a a different event with the guys or something like that, and then you're back in that same space and you're having those same emotions.
Or your first dance with your wife, or whatever it is. You always remember those things.
Always brings us back to those special moments.
Yeah.
And so we kind of like to say, elevate the experience. You just make it a little bit better and make it that much easier to recall the memory, because you can have the soundtrack that you need playing anywhere and everywhere you're at without having to worry about, oh man, the rain's rolling in, like the speaker's about to get messed up, we got to kill the music. It's like, no, let it rain. Let's go dance in the rain and have a great time, because we're not worried about the music dying.
Oh man, I've been doing this announcing and the sound deal forever. Like Garrison Pandra, all of us guys, that's a bit, I can't tell you how many plastic bags we've put around speak and how many we've thrown away because we didn't bag them. Good speakers. And a lot of times when that happens is when like the show's over and you just want to have some music playing, so you don't bag them. You let it play. Everybody's chilling, drinking beer, having a cocktail, and then the storm comes in and your speakers are toast.
I'm probably the only person, at least that I've met, that at events where if it starts to rain at an event outdoors, I get excited.
You're like taking
everybody else is like, oh no, the weather's rolling in, and I'm like, heck yeah, fire up the songs about rain. Let's get all the all the music blaring. Go put them in the rain. It's real fun if you set it like this, and you've got a little bit of water sitting on top of the speaker here. It'll actually bump
see it jumping.
The water, and you can see the water jumping, almost like the old Apple little visualization thing that you have going on the computer and iTunes.
Oh man, that's cool. Well, man, thank you so much. And like I told the guys at the Ryan Bingham deal, it's cool when people come in and see the Western industry, because I feel like we're a real loyal bunch of people. We were just talking to Yeti, and you guys remind me of Yeti coming into this space, kind of almost that same deal a little bit. It's great product. It works for us, and I think you're going to get a ton of loyal customers that once they get using it, not the cheapest speaker in the world, but it's not meant to be.
No, it's meant to be the last one you buy.
It's meant to be the last one you buy.
Yes,
and that is the value there. Let's not talk about how much it costs. Let's talk about the value. The value is all there.
Well, and it's been fun to hear some of the guys that have come around the booth this week while we've been here, and they're walking like, man, I love this thing. I had it on top of the horse trailer and forgot it was sitting up there, and started driving away and saw it bouncing down the road, and it still works. It's still awesome. And so it really is meant to be that last speaker that you buy.
Yeah, well, it's very cool. And I know as a prize line, this is the one thing at the high school finals, all those kids were like they get the saddles and the buckles, but they get those all the time. This is cool.
Oh, yeah.
This is cool.
It's definitely different.
So yesterday, the all-girl ladies were like, this is what they were most tickled about. They're like, we got our buckle. And I'm not just telling you that. They were like, we got a Turtlebox. Like, that's cool. Like,
that is super
That
special.
means you guys are winning,
We're trying
means you guys are winning. So, man, great stuff.
We appreciate being here. We appreciate all of the everybody here that's helping work and put on the event, and all the things they're doing to make it happen and letting us come join in.
Well, where can people find you? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so website's really simple, just turtleboxaudio.com. If you Google Turtlebox, it's probably the first thing that pops up.
Okay.
If you like Instagram, you like to see pretty pictures and videos of people doing really rad things, especially with some speakers like sending it down Class 5 Rapids and stuff like that. You can find us on Instagram at turtleboxaudio.
Okay.
And then, you can sign up to be part of our email list. We'll send out some emails throughout the year letting people know where we're going to be event-wise. Like, we're going to be here. We're headed up from here to Jackson Hole, Wyoming for the Rendezvous Music Festival next week. We'll be at NFR. We'll be at a few other rodeo events. We'll be at some hunt and some fish events throughout the year. And so you can check out the website to sign up and get kind of notifications on where you'll be able to find us in person, as well as we've got a store locator on there that'll point you in the direction of all of our dealers.
So you guys are selling some retail?
We are, yes, sir. So we've got, I know it's over 2,000. I want to say almost close to 3,000 stores now.
Really?
That are carrying it. Cavender's is one of them. Murdoch's is another.
Wow.
Ace Hardware. Academy Sports and Outdoors
Yeah.
from the South and Texas, people like us.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can find it in
Good
a bunch
for
of
you
stores across the country as well as online. So
Yeah.
lots of options to get to check it out in person, or if you already know you want one, just head out to the website.
Brother, thanks, pal.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
This is great. Hey, guys and gals, it's all about this, the Circle of Life. Great products that are representing here, and they're sponsoring events. All of us need one of these speakers, like we've talked. We've all bought 100 of them. Support the companies that are supporting us, and it's a very, very cool product. So we're going to go talk about this, because what we need to do up here, the one thing that we get in trouble or get asked the most is they can't, like the parents especially when we're interviewing the kids, they can't hear us because we're just going out. We need to figure something out right here, and
I think we could solve that.
We could solve that. We definitely could solve that. And we, like, when we're hauling the big speakers around, nobody wants to do it, and everything's full of dust, and then it doesn't work. Been there, done that, got the T-shirt. It's a cool opportunity right here.
Oh, I think we can make something happen.
You guys just solved a problem. Hey, they've got great stuff. It is Turtlebox, turtleboxaudio.com.
Yes, sir.
That's where you need to go, everybody. Hey, we're getting close. We're wheeling on down here through the 10.5 here at our Huey Junior Championships. On behalf of Turtlebox and Eric, I'm Drew Stu. We'll catch you in a little bit, everybody.